Buzzmore's Fairfield Farms.
Watch out for the roof.
Need to get in the AC, I guess.
No.
What do you?
Married in springtime, so we need to go to the Al-Marah.
I can hear what. Are we heading out?
Spectacular junior 15 show. Entering 22 classes, getting 19 top 5s or better. There's only 3 showing here, but we had 5 championships and 7 reserve championships. And of those classes where we had the 5 championships, we were reserve champion in all of them. We did. That's last year and the year before.
2008 or 2009, I thought I was hot stuff. And then after going back from this show, I'm like, wow, we've come such a long way.
That we had at the event. We also have a chestnut daughter, hers,
And her name, though, say her.
this is Raritee, FFC
Oh,
Raritee.
okay.
She's by FFC Geynius and out of Al-Marah, Countess Antee.
And is she in your book here?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's got some age to her now, doesn't she?
She's, I think, 24.
She produced that stallion that you liked at the show. Oh, really? Yeah.
25 she is, Carolyn.
Okay.
And my vet, you know, she's been a fairly prolific breeder for us. But my vet, she has a lot, many cysts on her in her uterus, and my vet said she'd never get full, and that's 5 folds of it.
This is FFC Countess.
Okay. He'll tell us more, but
We're just going to do it. Don't go all the way down there, no.
She's going to run them out a
A
little.
little pass or two.
All right, people. Want to come here, Pete?
This is a relatively young mare.
Won the Al-Marah trophy one year.
She's by Meats.
I've heard of it in people.
and her name is again.
FFC Katona.
Okay.
Line from
I got
Lois,
34 more runs to go, so I can only run each one of them once.
right across the state line from Lois's place. And that's where Dr. Modell lived, who bought the sire and dam, and or the sire. No. The mare you saw at the show, and she's the daughter of that first mare that we had out here, Raritee. This is a rare, and she's the next page over. And she's by that Amit's horse also, and out of Raritee, who's by the Canadian son, Geynius, and out of Al-Marah, Countess Antee again. And this is the first horse that Noelle broke for us, and she's got her legitimate marriage as well. She's the mother of the Blaze Face filly.
She was
She was a daughter of a stallion I have over here. This is Prima. Next page here.
Okay, Buzz, say the name again.
FFC Prima, as in prima donna, prima ballerina. Prima is the first foal of her mother, who was FFC Pirouette. She's by this little bay horse hanging his head out here, Grand Oran. And we have, who do we have? Who's her foal?
Penzance.
Zane. Yeah, she had her first foal last year at a gelding by the see right here. This mare has got some plainness in her mother's side. She's double Radix. Radix with kind of plain face. This is the Brimmervale Andronicus mare, and
What was her name
actually
again?
Daisy had given my mom the breeding to Andronicus that produced this filly. And we had her out to the shows for the first time this year, and she was Region 15 champion in one class and 2 times reserve champion in hand.
But
Her name for the camera again.
FFC Ms. M-I-Z Barbara.
Ms. Barbara, okay.
Barbara.
I was taking a picture of the dog when you
She's
said
out
it.
of she's out of this Brigeyt mare who we're going to be showing you next. And Brigeyt, I think you would like Brigeyt. Yeah, she's been on. Well, she was Brigeyt's first foal. But she's making progress. Supposed to be mine there to ride. This is Beatrix here.
This is Beatrice.
Beatrix is another mare
Beatrix.
that Noel's brought.
Beatrix.
She's got her Legion of Merit. She's been not a champion, but a reserve regional champion. She's by this Vermont son that I have, and out of an Oran Van Krabbit daughter who's out of a PHP Azizi daughter. And, you know, turn her around though anyway. She's my mare because she's big and stout. Step up here.
There. Now she doesn't know.
Most Al-Marah looking mare. She's by Al-Marah, Quebec, who's a Canadian Beau son out of, I think it's Iron Lady. This is Cutie. Yep, that's one. She's out of Iron Lady, who's a sea captain daughter out of Bandy. Yeah. And
Isn't he the one that they ride?
well, he was the prince's horse at
Celebration in Denver.
no. Well, he
Yeah, he was
there, but
yeah.
he was a mainstay of the dinner theater. And then when they started doing some other things with him, and my Geynius horse went down there as the prince's horse. I think you all might. Now this one here, we want Pete to take a good look at. This is Brigeyt, the next one. No, sir. See, we've shown her to her Legion of Merit, and this is the one I told the Dettermans that I call our Shimmering Star, but truth be told, she looks more like Rafjita than Shimmering Star. And you saw this filly at her hops come down at all?
It looks more swollen today.
She must have got hung up with the stall. The fetlocks are really filled. And that Ahrare mare, this is her daughter.
The name again?
This is FFC Aruba.
Okay. We got
Honk,
it.
honk, honk, Aruba, honk, honk, honk.
I got her at the show, but
Yeah.
I was from a distance.
Yeah, she was stocked up at the show too. I don't know whether she stepped on her and going down.
This is
But I think it's going to get pretty enough. As it comes
Brumby.
along. He's got her upright neck and
out of Brigeyt.
throat, and this guy might have the best feet and legs on the place. This colt is better, a little better in the length of hip and coupling. Oh no, not coupling, length of croup than his mother. See Penzance.
FFC Brumby.
Out of that chestnut Prima.
Penzance.
And she's by this RSC Raider. You give all of the Raider babies pirate kind of names. So this is Penzance with the pirate. Because his mother's a P-mare. And he's a gelding.
These are two geldings.
Yeah, all of the Raiders babies seem to be getting very light. And again, she's a daughter of a Sea Raider, so.
And I don't think I had it on. Say her name again.
This is FFC Ann Bonnie,
Okay.
named for the most famous female pirate of the
I
Caribbean.
hope I had it on, but I
She's
don't.
by RS Sea Raider, and she's got the pirate name, and out of FFC Brigeyt,
Okay.
who's a PHP Brilliance daughter, out of I believe she's like 6.
She was a smart female pirate too, because they caught her and they were going to execute her, and she said, "I'm pregnant." And they had a
That's
rule.
right,
They
yeah.
had a rule they couldn't
Executed
execute
pregnant.
them if they were pregnant.
She represents, I believe it's 6 generations of our breeding. She's tail female to a Davenport mare, and we have an odd duck. This is FFC Cameo. She's by a son of this little bay stallion that we're going to show you. He's over in Goochland area, and this one's out of the F Sharp daughter, Pete, that I have from whatever this woman's name
Me.
Carolyn.
is. Carolyn.
The one that could ride on that stout horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Handwritten.
I was just
She's nice, isn't she?
She is.
listing the
She's got a
dam,
pretty little face.
She's got a
Look.
little neck.
necessarily a parent.
Little gimpy. They just had their feet done a couple days ago.
What did you say?
They just had their feet done a couple days ago.
So she,
She looks like she might have got a stone bruise or
A
something.
little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I like this filly. I'm very pleased with her. This is Cammy the mother,
Very clean in her
her
foot
first
latch.
foal.
Very clean.
She's
And big
2-year-old. Down at the show. This is Piccadilly.
I saw her during Liberty outside
Yeah.
the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks a lot. How come you didn't catch her?
I helped.
I really like this filly.
That was
This,
outside Liberty.
I really like this filly.
Yeah, I do too. Now this is one that I'm developing for my blunt project. The ones that look more like blunt horses than the Scironic group. And I also have a Wentworth group, which look more like the usual chestnut crabbits that you see. And we'll be able to show you them.
Again.
This is FFC Anzac,
Okay.
a gelding that we've taken to the shows for the first time this year. He's significantly plainer, significantly rougher than most all of our horses. and his daddy is an imported Australian horse. Daddy's a prettier horse than this, but the way the genes lined up, he's a gelding. But this horse here is one of the boldest and prettiest movers if he'll perform for us. We took him out just on a whim, and well, he's not giving her quite what he's capable of.
Nobody moves forward.
Huh?
He really moves
But
forward,
yes,
doesn't
well,
he?
as a sport horse, you can see that he's got
Yeah.
lots of potential
Right.
there. And,
Great hopes. Right, don't.
what was that? Great hopes?
Great big hopes.
Yes, on the end.
And he's Sovereigntee. Sovereignty. I can't talk.
He's going to the October show, and I think, well, come on, boy. Look a little bit more enthused.
Where's the girls? That would
Well,
help.
he's a gelding.
Oh, he's
Um,
a gelding.
We gelded him late because there was a possibility we were going to keep him as a stallion. I'm firmly of the opinion that if we gelded him as a weanling, he'd be a couple inches taller. We usually have more. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is who again?
This is FFC Quixotee.
Quixotee in the
he's-
back of Bill.
He's by as a weanling won the Al-Marah Cup. And
Is it gelding?
yes, again, just the same time we gelded the other 2-year-old. The other one is a 2-year-old. This guy is older than they're older than that now, but
Got a lot of substance to your horses, folks.
well, and they're fat too.
Okay, this is.
This is RS Raider. He's by Al-Marah Power Raid, and out of Al-Marah Miss C. Miss C is by Sea Captain, and the next dam back is Al-Marah Tiz Beverly. Tiz Beverly's by Satyr, and then out of a Little Indrift Daughter, I think. Yes, a Little Indrift Daughter, and out of Al-Marah Silver Silwa. He's the sire of the one gelding and those 2 fillies that are
How long have you
probably
had him?
keepers. The oldest filly is 3 now, and we shipped semen on her, and he was out there. And then the following year, Mrs. Tankersley sent the horse to us. Asked me if I wanted him, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take him." And all. He's a pretty nice mover. He's a reserve national champion cutting horse, and has also placed pretty well in the sport horse divisions. He hasn't missed any meals.
And he is.
This is FFC Lorange.
My buddy, Larry.
Yes, that's why we call him Larry. And
Very scary. I'll hide my hat.
he's by that Amit's horse, and out of an Oran Van Krabbit granddaughter, who's out of the PHP Azizi daughter, who's out of our original Jennifer mare, the Friendship Farm mare. Nola, well, he was actually on the list to do something with this year, wasn't he? Of course, he's out all night long currently, and
Yeah, he's old. The horse is, he's older than me.
don't tell him that. I want you guys, when Noel brings him over here, for you to tell me how old he is, okay? How old do you think he is?
Right now he acts like a 3-year-old.
He's
Don't you say.
No, he's one of my favorites. I love him. I think I really die in his head.
We've used him a lot. He is a CID carrier, so we're careful.
Usually
with
carefully.
who we breed him to now. Although that's one of the reasons I used his son to get that Cameo filly. Turn him 180 here.
How was he bred?
He's by Oran van Bandy, who's an Oran van Krabbit son, who's out of Egyptian, Lancer Saam daughter, and then out of a Leoraf daughter, Leoraf's Azraf Ibit, and then the bottom line is a Van Vliet mare. And what? Oh, you're cheating. You guys are cheating.
She is. I'm not.
Okay. You're taking the
lies.
roster and looking up how old he is, huh?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to look at that. What's his name?
That's FFC Grand Oran. He'll be
AKA,
in the top group.
AKA
Oh,
Geo.
he's top of the list.
Look at this.
What does your dog have there?
Has
What do you got?
tidbit.
A rodent?
Don't bring the pole
Is it a
over
rodent?
here.
Might be some poop.
Some
in it.
fresh poop.
It's poop.
Oh!
Isn't that special?
Well, you don't have to feed them, do you? He's gorgeous.
He's got quite a personality too. He thinks he's.
He's as old as
Yeah,
you
he's-
go.
All right, I think you heard me say to Kathleen Tone that we wanted to have a fajur. This is the guy that
He looks like
thinks
a baby.
of ours
Yeah,
that thinks
he-
he's the fajur horse.
Yep, he gives the impression that
He's got
here I
presence.
am.
He's what is he?
He really
20
thinks he should be the only stallion up
He's
there.
26 years old.
Wow.
He tells all those other stallions, I'm the man every day. Don't ya?
His pull his forelock down. His career, some very interesting horses down there.
This is
And
Dundee.
that's why that's
I assume FS. FF.
about him. The,
Dundee.
FFC Dundee, who's by Dandaloo Kadet, who was imported from Australia. Dandaloo Kadet is a line-bred Rafale stallion. He's got a number of crosses from Rafale's breeding career in Australia, plus he's got some Oran crosses from horses that were imported to Australia from England. And anyway, I think he's going to be an interesting horse to use in the program.
Yeah.
Again, he's got that blunt, he looks more like the blunt element that I'm trying to hold on to a little bit. But of course, he does have some scleronic in him. And
This is
so
Beau
how
Quest.
old is he? He's 25. This guy's 25. He's by that Rahman horse again, and Rahman is he's got like 8 crosses to Risla through Risalits and
It said he was
Irex
25.
and all. And then his mother is a Lana Grande Conquistador daughter. Conquistador was by Rafai, who was by Raffles and out of an Image daughter. And then Conquistador's dam was Sharafa, a Raffles daughter. And then his second dam is Alzil Gamma, who was by Rafferty and out of Gaza.
And you're still using him.
Yes. Well, not in the last 2 years, but we haven't used anybody in the last 2 years. But yes, he's. I've got. Well, I don't have a stallion son of his now, but I've got 3.
A lone sea.
We hear ya. We know you're there.
Grand Oran we call G.O. Most all of his babies' names had something to do with like on the go or ready, set, go.
Okay, so the Bay is who?
This Bay is a daughter of this last stallion. Her name is FFC Arabette.
Arabette.
She's out of FFC Pirouette, who is the mother. Pirouette's up with Terry.
They're already.
Her mother is also the mother of that FFC Prima
Okay.
chestnut mare that we saw in the upper barn. Arabesque? Yeah.
Okay, the one that's first now.
All right, this is half Arab. She's by a horse named SCF Magic Nizam, who is a combination of who's by Louisfield Magic. You remember Louisfield Magic? SCF Magic Nizam is by Louisfield Magic and out of a McCoy bred mare. And I didn't hear you. Yes, well, I'm aware of that. I'm gonna make some calls and get an idea, and it'll probably be the second weekend in November. That's about the usual time that we have it, but I'll won't do a thing or so. The gray filly on the left is Anna Meat's daughter. Also, she's a full sister to Larry. I like her too. Yes, sir. I sold her as a yearling, and then the lady who just a year or so ago, I got her and the half app back from Shirley Jacobson, because Shirley's Face Chestnut is the Sefer daughter.
Oh, okay.
That's FFC Serendipitee. Sefer is 100% Cravat horse that Michael Bowling up in Davis, California, owns. The Sefer daughter is out of Raritee, who is also Dundee's Dam and Ahrare's Dam and the dam of one of the Sea Dream fillies out front, and mares out front. The Dapple Gray filly is another Amit's daughter, and she's out of the Sea Dream daughter, FFC Titania, who was out in the front yard.
Okay.
All right, this is FFC Arabesque, and she's by Beau. See that solid top line that Beau. She was the first full, so she didn't get real big, and she was windswept like you wouldn't believe. And Noel was the first full that Noel had ever seen that was windswept, and she was sure that we were going to have to put her down, because she saw her the day she was born. But in 3 days, 3 of her legs got perfect, and the right front is a little off a little bit. This is FFC Allure with Deborah. FFC Allure is by Amit and out of FFC Lorange. Lorange is by another Oran Van Crabbit son named Viva Van Crabbit that we had here on for a year. She's a full sister to Larry, who's up at Randy's. And this is a very nice moving mare. She's not quite as bold as Larry is. I'd like to see her back a little shorter. And her shoulder laid back a little bit more. She's got a lovely length of neck and clean throat. Good hip. A little too long in the back. This is FFC Csealor. She's by SSA Sea Dream, who was a Dreamazon son out of what do you call it? A sea captain daughter, which was basically, all of the sea captain daughters got bred to Dreamazon somewhere down the road. Anyway, he had a very good halter career, and he won some championships in under saddle too, but he's still 20 points shy of what he needs to get his Legion of Merit. He does have the Legion of Honor, and he never got used before we dealt with him.
Hold on. I'll get my camera going. Okay, say it again.
That's Tom's head.
Serendipitee.
This is FFC Serendipitee. I wanted a bay colt by Sephiroth and Raritee, because the year before, Raritee had a bay colt by a chestnut stallion named Blazing Pine, and anyway, so we got a chestnut filly, so serendipitously, that's how she got her name. She got kicked in the hip there? Damn it. She's got a brand there, 28 on her right shoulder. And she's got a brand on her left shoulder too. She's imported from Australia. This is Inshallah Rendezvous. She's by a horse named Tommy down in Australia, and then out of a kennel daughter, and she's 100% Kadet breeding, and she's in foal to Dundee also as Rocket was. She's very blood type.
It's Rocket.
Yes.
Yes, this is Rocket.
This is the expecting one.
Yes.
She looks like she's in foal.
She does, yes. TB Rocket. See, I think she's a tall mare.
She's got it. Whoa.
She's the one that just came out of the pasture too. She doesn't have a lot of.
Well, she might be in between 14.2 and 14.3.
Yeah.
She's not a tiny mare, but she doesn't know an awful lot.
Okay, now say Tutania.
This is FFC Tutania. She's by SSA Sea Dream and out of Raritee. And she's the mother of the Quebec filly, QT. And she's also the mother of the unique filly out in the backfield, Thea. And remember I told you that Thea, mythologically, Thea was the daughter of Titania. This is Titania, and Thea is her daughter out there.
Okay, and then
the next one over is FFC Sea Sprite. She's another SSA Sea Dream daughter, and she's out of FFC Lorange. She's out of FFC Ingenue, so that's why she's got Sprite as another citrus name, as opposed to orange related, which is the Lorange daughter.
okay, and the flea bitten mare.
The flea bitten mare is FFC La Leak. She's by Beau and out of FFC Lorgnette. Lorgnette is not here. She's down in North Carolina. Lorgnette was a mare that was bred in partnership with us and some folks in Connecticut. She was by the Russian stallion Monocle, and out of an auntie daughter named Jillian, who was by Shalimar Gillette.
Okay, and the Hasbrook mare?
The one behind Lorgnette's butt is CB Sharmara camera, and she's by F Sharp, and out of I guess it's a Camarilla daughter. I didn't bring the book out.
That's okay, just so I got her name.
That's CB Sharmara camera. So he's staying over the winter up there. He's getting broke to ride.
Okay, go ahead, Buzz.
All right, this is FFC Grand Sherif. His barn name is Puck. It was given to him by my mom because she thought he was an insolent little twerp. And at any rate, he was out on lease for a while. Bred a couple of mares, purebred and part bred. And then he came back here, and he's the sire of the filly down here, Cameo, who was out of the Hasbrook F Sharp daughter.
So you don't want me to walk him around?
Yeah, sure. This guy was reserve national champion in 2013. He was also a top 10 in another class. He looks awfully soft right now because he's just idling away, doing as he sees fit when he's turned out. And he's a full brother to the bay horse down there, who's Anzac, by Dandaloo Kadet and out of Raritee. His mane used to be on the right side.
I think it's like split half and half now.
He's the showmanship class where these professional trainers went on and on and on and jazzed the horses up. And the main ring still has halter classes, but they're not my type of
Dundee.
They're involved in horses.
We haven't done it for a while. We used to have like a whole routine.
Anyway, the sport horse classes are looking at the horse's conformation, which is what you're doing in the halter classes as well, supposedly. But what you're in the sport horse classes, they're judging to see that the horse is built well enough to do the job. Yeah. And they have a dressage.
Dundee. Yeah, I've got it on. Yeah. Hi, girls. No, that's okay, Buzz. And who's this?
This is Bonnie, Lonnie.
Is it FFC and Bonnie?
That's correct.
Okay.
Bonnty. What?
Gave you that hit that first night.
Easy, don't break. Just throw your stuff. Don't you know she gets turned out like this and next and here she's supposed to show off. Are we through? Are we through? She's certainly not perfect, but she's pretty nice.
She's pretty.
And Leah's
What's her
doing a wonderful job on the saddle with her.
What's her full name, Buzz?
The FFC, Ms. Barbara.
That one road where you were stopping at, Barbara? Bottom Lake. I looked up, there was
Barbara. Ms. Barbara is by Brimmervale Andronicus and out of FFC Brigeyt. And she's been many times sport horse champion in hand and has also been doing main ring hunter on the saddle stuff. I thought you did. I thought she was top 5 in. That was sport horse. Oh, that was sport horse. Okay, that's fine.
FFC Lorange.